because I don't think that we have all yet realized the freedoms that have been taken to us over decades. There's been an establishment, instead of a two-party system, basically of a uniparty, where if the Republican Party is putting up candidates and we actually win elections, we end up becoming part of the controlled opposition. I'm here to tell you that I consider myself to be the opposition to the controlled opposition. I'm not going to tolerate weak leadership and bringing on weak candidates. We do have a governor race coming up here in New Jersey. Jack Ciatarelli is making a third run for governor. And in my personal belief, I do not think that he will be able to win the general election, although I would hope and pray if he did somehow win the primary that he will win. I don't have that confidence because he's lost in the past. This is just one small example of a video clip from the Trump rally that was held in Wildwood, New Jersey, where we had 100,000 people turn up and show up for support of Donald J. Trump. Here's what they thought about Jack Ciatarelli. That's right. That's from the Wildwood rally, where people actually paid to have a airplane tow along a sign that said Jack Ciatarelli said that Donald J. Trump is an embarrassment and not to vote for him. That's what happened. Jack Ciatarelli, one other thing he did, I'm going to just show you how this works. These are things that you can do as a private citizen to look up what people are doing. I'm going to share my screen with you on something that I found, and I found it to be very disturbing. This is the Federal Election Commission website. What they do is they track every single donation to any sort of PAC, Political Action Committee, by any member of the public. And I just want to show you what I looked up, okay? I typed in Chris Christie for president as the recipient name. This is for 2024. This is the election that was just held where Donald J. Trump was elected in a landslide, okay? We won the House, we won the Senate, and we won the popular vote. A full mandate for what President Trump's policies and agenda are. And I 100% support those policies and agendas. However, the person running for governor in New Jersey that ran last time in 2021 and got crushed, he couldn't come through at the end. He didn't stand up for parents' rights. He was afraid to talk about masks and jab mandates. Okay. Jack Ciatarelli, he donated to Chris Christie for president. Here it is right here. I'm not making it up. Okay. And then if you want to go and look at other people and what they do, this is what the New Jersey GOP is all about. And the New Jersey GOP has some major problems. Okay. Because the New Jersey GOP, it has a leader named Bob Hugin, and he is also a supporter, okay, of Chris Christie. And that is something that we just cannot afford. We cannot put up weak candidates, especially two-time loser candidates like Jack Ciatarelli. I am fully supporting and endorsing Bill Spadea. I know that some people have some issues where he said some negative things about Trump, but he's basically a celebrity. He's got a radio show with 1 million listeners, a third and third and a third, Republican, Democrat, and independents. Okay. But here's Bob Hugin. You know, he's putting in money into Chris Christie's campaign, and this is the head of the GOP in New Jersey. I would ask all of my fellow committee members in the state of New Jersey, let's start putting together a list of who's donated to who. Let's start sorting this out. What candidates are representing our best interests and which candidates are representing their own special interests, because special interests, as we have already seen in a government, do not work for the people. See, I showed you last week what's going on at the NJEA. They're propping up Sean Spiller, the president of the NJEA, who's got about a $43 million war chest to go up and win the governorship in New Jersey. And I can tell you right now, Eric Simkin and his family are adios, goodbye, out of here, New Jersey. Okay, if we do not elect a solid governor that's going to protect the rights, the liberties, the freedoms that we were endowed by our creator. I challenge anybody in the New Jersey GOP to come on with me. Let's debate who's the best candidate. Okay, it's not hard to debate. Jack Ciatarelli lost twice. We don't have a third chance. If we don't get somebody in office, we're not going to live free like the rest of our country. We had 45% of the population of New Jersey vote for Donald J. Trump. Never happened before in a long time for president of the United States. That means that the constituents of New Jersey are ready for serious change. We are not looking to prop up candidates that are the controlled opposition. We're looking for the opposition to the controlled opposition. And if you've been following this podcast, you'll know that I read the Word of God just about every day in my life, and I pray to God for all of our families. Okay, but I can tell you that the establishment is not praying for our families. They're praying to retain power. That's what they're doing. Okay, it's unacceptable. And there's 340 million people here, plus however many illegal aliens that they let in. And P.S. Jack Ciatarelli, he can't even use the word illegal aliens. He calls them migrants, but they came to this country illegally. That's a big problem I have with Jack Ciatarelli. He can't even say the words. And if you can't say the words, how are you going to protect New Jersey from being a sanctuary state? Every dime, we want everything we deserve. We all pay taxes. We will not live in a state where there is no representation. And I am prepared to do whatever it takes to provide that support. That is why I started this podcast. You all know. If you want to watch interviews and fluffy things, I'm not the podcast to follow. I'm the podcast to follow if you want to know the truth and reality of what's going on and what can you do about it. So we can get these people and flush them out. We call it turfing them out of government. Get them out of making decisions on our behalf, because they're not making decisions that are in our best interest. They're making decisions in special interest to help them retain that power and money. And that's what it's about. Where do you think all the money comes from for all these influencers that these politicians use? It's coming from special interest groups, dark money PACs, political action committee. That's what they do. They use that money and government money, foreign money, all sorts of money from nefarious places to fight the American people, to keep us as part of the controlled opposition. We cannot accept that as our reality, not for another day, not for another minute. And if you're watching this podcast, you're going to know what to do. You need to sort through the facts. The truth and the facts exist. You have to find them. You can follow podcasts like this one and many others. Okay, we have the governor's race coming up in 2025. I'm encouraging every single person that's on a political committee. Okay, I am on the Voorhees committee. I'm the chairman of the Voorhees Republican Committee. I'm on the Camden County Committee. If you live in New Jersey and you want to get involved, reach out to me at ericsimkin.com and I will point you in the right direction. We need to build a cadre here in New Jersey. We need to communicate with each other from every municipality across the state, from every single county across the state. There are a lot of bad actors that are in leadership roles that have been elected because they thought that they had people convinced that you needed to be part of the controlled opposition. We can only get moderate candidates elected to appeal to the moderate voters. If that was the case, okay, Curtis Bashaw, who was propped up by most of the counties in New Jersey, okay, for Senate, he received less votes than Donald Trump did in the election. Donald Trump received roughly 45 or 46% of the popular vote in New Jersey. Hasn't happened in a long time. That tells me, and it should be telling you, we are not looking for weak leadership to appeal to the soft side of things. But where the disconnect is on the establishment side of things is really on the social issues. We need strength. We need to be strong. We need to elect strong leaders. Please, let's work together. Okay, we have Ed Durr that's also running for governor. Personally, I think that he's been propped up by the same people supporting Jack Ciatarelli, Don Purdy over in Atlantic County, and some of the other county chair people. In Camden County, we saw a huge issue with the current chairman that was in there for the prior 2 years and a couple other administrations prior to that. We decided to get together and vote him out, and we voted in Kimberly Stewart. She's doing an amazing job turning around the Republican Party in Camden County. We have a lot of Republican voters in Camden County, about 64,000 last time I looked. That's a hell of a lot of voters, and we have no representation in our government. We don't have the representation because most of these county chair people that are supposed to be running the grassroots organization of the Republican Party in New Jersey are choosing these candidates because of special interests, because of jobs that they might get if they prop up these candidates in future administrations. I'm not looking for that. Are you? I'm looking for policies that are going to protect our families. That's what we need in government, and that is what we don't have.
dancing in the flames. The people cursed his name, bowed at the altar of the father of lies. But there's a number to their days and all their evil ways. The Lord's gonna turn away from all their cries. Oh, revelation, I can feel it coming like a dark train running. Oh, get ready, 'cause the King is coming. The King is coming back again.